Complex, complex, complex.
Hearing all this, that, and this, and that. Tell the truth, nigga. Whack. Your top 10 is anonymous. Your top 10 is anonymous.
Complex.
Your top 10 is anonymous.
What's poppin', pimp? This is your boy AJ Dubs, here to motivate, inspire, and dedicate my service to helping you create your legacy. So, today's O&L story for today is Jesus and Judas, Caesar and Brutus. Have you ever noticed in every age, every time, every decade, or every century, there's always a great man that comes out of nowhere and, inspiring people, teaching people, motivating people to do something great or to be able to follow that person, they're learning certain knowledges from them, getting information from them, and actually getting help to how to live their lives going forward. But have you noticed there's always an ultimate hater? There's always that one person who's just trying to bring you down or just trying to disrespect you in some kind of way just to get a nice feel of self-esteem. It's too bad. The funny thing about it is that the hater wants to be, not only want to be like the great person, he'd like to be that person. So instead of being inspired, they'd rather destroy. So you only have two choices in life when you see people who have value. Either you can be jealous or you can be inspired. My thing is this: why be jealous? Why try to destroy another person to build yourself up when it only makes you look worse? Problem is with some people don't pay attention to the right thing. But the funny thing about it is that they know who the hater is and they know who the great one is. Everybody knows. But the sad part about it, like I said, is that a lot of us let jealousy take over ourselves. What can you gain by trying to take something from another man? What can you gain by bringing negativity to somebody's life? You're only going to get the same thing back, right? All right, so with the story with Jesus, we know for those who are spiritual, we know that Jesus gave his life to cleanse the world, to forgive the whole world. But the one thing I think they did not talk about, the puzzle story of this, there were men who wanted to control Jesus. There were men who wanted to enslave Jesus, and we know Jesus was not going for that. He didn't use his powers or use his skill, to impress people or to be somebody's slave. He did it to help people. He used his powers for good, to inspire people, to make people happy. And to make sure people live a nice, healthy mental health, to live a healthy life mentally and physically and spiritually, right? Inspiring people. Now, we already know Judas turned on him, right? Told on him. And that was because of his, that caused his demise. But back to what I was saying was, Jesus didn't just die for people's sins. He died because of jealousy. He died because of envy, too. He died because people wanted to control him, and he wasn't going for that. He rather died than to be somebody's slave, which makes sense. Then you got the next great one. You got Caesar, right? Then you have Brutus. We know Caesar was a great man back in, the BC AD times, where he inspired a lot of people too. But you had Brutus in the background who would constantly question him, constantly challenge him, and had him murdered. Both of these men, great men, were destroyed and killed mostly because of jealousy. So in life, you only have two choices. Either you can be inspired or you can be jealous. Hey, me personally, I take the inspiration because like I said, what can you gain from trying to destroy another man because you don't feel right about yourself? It's called self-esteem. This is something you're supposed to build on your own, not from destroying people, not from, doing vindictive, disrespectful, evil things. What do you gain from that? Absolutely nothing. And the way I see it, for some who pay attention to that and think that's okay, your mind's not right neither. But the point is this, like I said from the beginning, you have two choices in life. Either be inspired or you can be jealous. Because I guarantee you, jealousy will not work out for you. You will always get the opposite reaction. All right. So if you have any struggles, any challenges, anything you'd like to work on, you need any help or any kind of advice, please email me at originsxlegacies@gmail.com. That's origins with the Z, X, legacies with the IEZ on the end at gmail.com. But until then, keep it pimpalicious. I'll see you on the next one.
I don't drown from this money fountain. Another million buried, that's thanks to my accountants. Hello world, I would like you to meet our worst nightmare on any Black Wall Street.